Hi folks, Reverend Crystal Cox here. This is a book called Living with Purpose in Worn Out Body. Spiritual Encouragement for Older Adults by Missy Buchanan. And there's a really cool picture of what looks to be an elderly woman holding an old ratty Bible. And she has on a really beautiful wedding ring. The thing is, folks, is that our human vehicles are just that, human vehicles. As they say, we are spiritual beings having human experience. We're in a time when it's all hands on deck. We're in a time where light workers are being called to bring in the light. And this is all denominations, yet no denomination. This is regardless of your age. Having a connection with Spirit is the most important thing right now, and doing what you can to help raise the vibration. Oftentimes, it is simply to get through the day and not have a negative thought, or want to be here, want to be feeling joy and doing good things and enjoying your life. And it is a really interesting time. There's so much light and energy coming in right now. It's apparently, as people age, they seem to feel like there's no purpose. I guess jobs and kids give people purpose. For me, my purpose has always been spirituality. And anyway, this book is obviously coming from a scriptural perspective. Again, it's called Living with Purpose in a Worn Out Body. And let's read you some of it here. All right. What purpose? God? ? That's chapter 1. I confess there are days when pain suffocates my passion for living. There are dark nights when fear chokes out hope. Sometimes I wonder why you have left me on this earth. Now let's take a second here. This can happen at any age. I've oftentimes felt like, even in my early 20s, I'm 43 now, that, why be here? That I don't seem to, I don't want to say fit in, but I just don't get how people live the lives that they live, and it seems to mostly be about survival. At Bringing Back Goddess Church, I hope to create a movement of helping people to heal their bodies, their mind, their spirit, but also to get out of jobs they hate and to find their bliss and connect with Spirit and be shown what it is that Goddess wants of them that is of their highest and best good, and to feel like hope and feel like they have a passion for living. This can happen to you at any age, and today it just seems a struggle of finding a passion for living. I mean, trying to make ends meet, per se, make money to pay utility bills and pay, you try to go to college and try to do the right thing, and then you have huge college debts. Kids, there's just so much going on these days that to be excited about life and to feel hope and excited about tomorrow, well, many people aren't really feeling that these days. This is coming from a perspective, obviously, of writing it for older folks that are maybe in assisted living or already in nursing homes. But I think that we can feel that at any age. I know that I have, and I know many people that have. I'm going to start this over. What purpose? God? ? I confess there are days when pain suffocates my passion for living. There are dark nights when fear chokes out hope. Sometimes I wonder why you have left me in this earth. I've outlived so many family and friends. Why do I linger? What purpose could you have for me now? Look at my hands. Once strong and sure, they are unsteady and frail. My mind, once quick and incisive, now falters under the weight of names and faces. What real purpose do I serve knitting away the hours, surfing the channels, dozing through the afternoon? Then your Spirit stirs my heart and convicts my soul. You are not a wasteful God. The length of my earthly days is a mystery to me, but one thing I know for sure. You have created me with an eternal purpose. How can I be more like Christ today? Whose life can I touch with kindness? Lord, give me an extra measure of grace when I feel that I'm too old to be useful. Help me take my limitations in stride as I search for opportunities to serve you. My purpose has not withered away with another birthday. It is rooted in eternity. And there's a couple scriptures here. One is Psalms 33:11. The plans of the Lord stand firm forever, the purposes of his heart through all generations. And Ephesians 1:11. In Christ we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who work out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. Now I believe that to some extent, but I also believe that we co-create our reality and that we can change things based on our thought and the energy level and the frequency, basically law of attraction stuff. And of course, I also believe in, goddess, so not just using the word his. And I don't necessarily believe that God really has a gender. I know that throughout time it's been God the Father. The thing is that spirit is genderless, really. And it's a man-made myth, I say, to call God the Father, and not include Goddess the Mother. I mean, it just makes sense. I know I'm intertwining Christian stuff here and my belief system, but, this is kind of coming from my perspective because, well, it's me. It's my vlog, my video audio blog here, and I'm just doing something a little different. Slow motion. Mine is a slow motion world where everything moves like thick corn syrup. It's a deliberate pace that is both slow and slower. Residents with walkers inch their way to lunch. Folks speak in measured stride. Others lean close to hear every word. The world says, hurry up, do it faster. But here at the center, life crawls in turtle time. I calculate each daily task in my mind. Folks, I just kind of have to keep stopping here because it's like, this is what life is like when you don't have kids and you don't have a regular job. And it can be like this at any age, really. Slowing down, looking around you, looking at people, smiling, knitting. It's just an energy. It's like we're just observing here. We're passing time and we're in great lesson, and much of it we really can't understand, and we really have to simply have faith. How long will it take to get from here to there? 10 minutes to the dining room, some 50 yards away. A little longer to the laundry room. Longer still if I'm pushing the cart. Even mindless tasks take more time and energy. I just want to say with this, folks, too, it's like, when you're younger, you do things quicker, of course, but, they really are kind of mindless tasks. We're chasing our tail our whole life. If we sit back and we say, Spirit, what do you want from us? If we really listen and learn to trust our intuition, and it's really hard to do. I know I was telling somebody earlier today that I'm a Libra, so I'm striving for balance, but I'm also a really good salesman. So I'm always selling myself something in my own head. I don't know if it's intuition or if it's me selling myself a bill of goods and an illusion. So learning to connect more with Spirit, with God, with Goddess, and doing what it takes to help raise the vibration and to make other people's lives better, and just kind of keep praying on what it is that we're supposed to do. I think that if we're all free from the slavery of society. You know, we're all healthier, we have free energy, we, you know, taxes are voluntary, we're paying all the money to taxes, all the money to utilities, and if we didn't have all this stuff, we'd all be in that nursing home mentality our whole life, really, but actually that's basically you're free to do whatever you want. So, as this person's talking about doing things slower, well, yeah, we age, but we take care of each other, you know, at every level. And, you know, there's gardening and there's reading and there's basically, yeah, life is kind of boring and mundane and joyless unless you actually, you know, create that. And for me, you know, my joy is spiritual study and sharing with people spiritual information. And, you know, I love to swim. But other than that, you know, I love, but apparently right now I'm single, and my relationship with spirit is pretty much my whole focus these days. And I guess it seems like it's been that way my whole life, but what I'm trying to say here is that it's not necessarily something about age. When you learn to connect with spirit, you're learning to settle into your body and into this life and just observe and connect with spirit and keep moving through. This can be at any age. Oftentimes people think of it as something that's older because that's when the kids are gone and they don't do their job anymore, and their body can't function as much, so they're not moving as fast, so they are really in their mind they're really mindful and they're moving slow. But really, this can be at any age. All right, this one's called Worrywart. Well, here's a couple of scriptures first. Psalm 31, 14, 15. I trust in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hands. 2 Peter 3:13. In keeping with God's promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth, the home of righteousness. This chapter is called Worrywart. Now and then I'm a real worrywart. I fret about outliving my money and bladder control. I worry about flu shots, the Middle East, and why the waitstaff gave me apple pie instead of cherry. At times I've made myself miserable worrying about things out of my control. God, why is it so hard for me to cast my burdens upon you? Scripture tells me to give you my worries, but I keep taking them back as if I can't trust you. Who am I to doubt the Creator's ability to deal with my doubts and fears? When I am prone to worry, Lord, help me to be more trusting. Show me how to release each worry in heavenward prayer one by one. In the big problems of the world and in the small details of my life, you are there. You who spun the galaxies into space now hold my worrywart heart. Psalms 25, 1-2. To you, O Lord, I lift my soul. In you I trust, O my God. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxieties on God, because He cares for you. Grandmother. Actually, it's called granddaughter. Not so long ago, I carried her in my arms and read her favorite goodnight stories. I held her small hand as ocean waves lapped over our bare feet, making us giggle with unbelievable joy. But now she steadies my stooped body as I move from bed to chair. It's so humbling to accept help, especially from a granddaughter who once thought I would always be able to chase after fireflies on a summer night. God, where are you when the generational tables are turned, when the young care for the old? Is it your plan that we learn to serve each other and accept being served? Give my grace to surrender my pride, to delight in my granddaughter's compassion. Let me teach her the truth about faithfulness in the trenches of life. In this curious season where old and young intersect, may we look at each other's eyes and see the eyes of Christ peering back. Psalm 25:9. God guides the humble in what is right and teaches them His way. Ephesians 6:7-8. Render service with enthusiasm, as to the Lord and not to men and women, knowing that whatever good we do, we will receive the same again from the Lord, whether we are slaves or free. No holding back. I have brand new clothes I'm saving for a rainy day. In fact, I've been saving them for years. Underwear and pajamas still sealed in plastic wrap. Shirts with price tags hanging from the sleeves. Some were gifts, others were bargains. All are waiting for a special enough kind of day. This sounds like my life. Again, folks, this can be at any age. It just really seems like that people don't feel this or come to this terms with themselves or knowing what life is really like and about in this subtle slow motion until they're in a nursing home or until they don't have a job anymore, until their body's not strong. Then it seems like they start to figure it out spiritually. But really, this can happen at any age. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to read much more. Okay, it's called Living with Purpose in a Worn Out Body. Spiritual Encouragement for Older Adults. See, this one's called Late in Life Friends. These are not the friends who swapped campfire stories and ate s'mores with me. They are not the ones whose kids played hide and seek with mine or on black velvet nights. In fact, you won't discover them until the last few chapters of my life story. They are late-in-life friends whose paths have crisscrossed with mine here at the Senior Center. They have their own stories, their own souvenirs, their own friends from the past. But all of us need late-in-life friends to come alongside us as we complete the journey. Oh Lord, keep me from staying holed up in my room, using it as a self-imposed prison. Don't let me shut the door on new relationships. Nudge me to come out and be a late-in-life friend. Okay, folks, I know that I am repeating myself here, but again, this happens at any age. And to go out and make friends, yes, either because you're lonely or because you want to make a difference. And for me, I suggest to you that you pray and ask Spirit to show you where to go, to consciously every day set out to be, yes, to be a friend, but to be a light, to be a lighthouse, to smile at someone, to, it's the little things. And we do get lonely. We miss the people that we've known our whole lives, and people die, people come and go. We have lifelong friends and family, and then we move away and we start over. But the one thing in all my travels, I have really realized is that, people will smile everywhere. There's good people everywhere. There's family of light everywhere. And if you, make a lighthearted joke, you smile at somebody, you connect with somebody, and you have friends and family all over the world. And they don't need to be the ones that sat around the campfire when you were kids. You get to re-identify yourself all the time. The idea is to stay completely in touch with Spirit, with God at every age, and have late-in-life friends at every stage in your life. It is nice to have people that have known you 20, 30, 40, 50 years. However, at the same time, it kind of holds you in the past and holds you in labels and holds you in, there's a lot of burden that comes with that too. There's a lot of liberation with new friends and new people based on who you are today. Anyway, folks, God bless you all. God bless you all. And I just want to encourage you to pray, to have faith, and to give hope to others even when you feel hopeless. God bless you all.